on this beautiful evening for a great special celebration for our young Dr. Madhavan. This is a celebration not just for his birthday, for all the achievements that he has during the past 90 years, glorious 90 years of his life. So we are celebrating his achievements and his birthday. So Dr. Madhavan, you have been such an inspiration, and you have touched so many lives and impacted them that we all decided to gather here, family, friends, different representations from the organizations, to tell you how much you mean to each one of us. You have been amazing, Dr. Madhavan. So welcoming you all for this beautiful evening, I would like to first welcome Jason Berkowitz. He is the District Director for Congressman Scott Peters' office, specializing in foreign affairs and financial services. Welcome, Jason Berkowitz. He would like to present the certificate to Dr. Madhavan.
So I'll just say Madhu, because I've known him for so long. First of all, as Pratima mentioned, my name is Jason Berkowitz. I work for Congressman Scott Peters. Just one funny story, because I'm sure we'll hear more for his birthday. When it comes to Madhu, we actually used to be semi-neighbors. So for those that don't know, I have a nice soon-to-be 3-year-old daughter. And what I learned really quickly is that Madhu likes to recognize the accomplishments of many of his students. So instead of trying to meet up with him as we were running around him on campus and meet at different events, his house was close enough to mine that I could put my daughter in her stroller, and it was the perfect walk for me to take all the certificates for his students and go visit Madhu in the hopes that at some point she might be awake and can say hi to him, but if not, he can still see her all bundled up in the stroller, and it was great for me to get the walk in, she gets her nap in, and I would finally get to see him. So today it's nice that instead of giving certificates to his students, I finally get to give one to him and recognize this wonderful occasion. So Madhu, in celebration of your 90th birthday, thank you for all the work that you've always done to support our community. Congratulations and happy birthday.
Thank you, Jason. Thank you. Next, I would like to welcome Dr. Darshana Patel. I don't know if there's anybody here who does not know her, right? And she is the president of the Poway Unified School District, the Board of Education. She's also the State Commissioner on Commission on Asian and Pacific Islander American Affairs. And recently, I'm really proud to inform everybody that she was elected to the California State Democratic Party as the executive board member. Congratulations. And with so many years of her dedication to the community and reaching out to them, she is now running for being elected as the California State Assembly in 2024 elections. So let's all get together to support her so we have a voice in the Democratic Party. So now welcoming the other organizations that we have here represented. Firstly, I would like to talk about this SDIAS, the San Diego Indo-American Society, which I think Dr. Madhavan has been one of the founding members. And he has done great work through that organization, and there are a lot of his colleagues from the SDIS. I welcome all of you. And second, I would like to welcome the House of India members who have been working for the past 20 years. And Dr. Madhavan has been instrumental in getting that house in reality. We now have a House of India at the Balboa Park. So you must, if you haven't seen it, you must make a visit to that place. Thirdly, we have the Federation of India Association, and welcoming them all. Then we have the Tamil Sangam, We have the Ekal Vidyalaya of USA San Diego chapter, and Dr. Madhavan has been a great guide for me for that organization. And we have the various dance groups who have been performing under Dr. Madhavan's guidance and encouragement at the Festival of Light, which was organized by SDIAS. Then we have the Hindu Swayam Sevak Sangh, then we have the Seva International, and many other regional organizations. And of course, how can I forget SD Nari? They have been instrumental in working for women. We cannot forget the cause of women. So SD Nari is represented here. So why Dr. Madhavan has been a great inspiration for many, many of us, I'm sure you want to know who has been his inspiration. Yeah? Now we have his special friend, Leon Williams. I left the best for the last so that he can acknowledge. So we have Leon Williams over here. Let's give him a big hand of applause. He is right here. And would you believe he's over 100 years? I see how alert and active he is. So now we know where Dr. Madhavan gets his energy from, right? So I would call upon Dr. Madhavan to offer him a bouquet of flowers. A big hand of applause.
It's very nice of you to do that. Nice for you to come and be with us to celebrate the occasion. Thank you very much.
It's a great pleasure. I've enjoyed your friendship and the many events I've gone to. I was brought me to several events and I've enjoyed all of them. I've appreciated all of them. I've appreciated so much that my daughter brought me here to enjoy with me.
But for her, you would never come.
Thank you, Penny McNeil, for bringing your dad here. And it was a good surprise for Dr. Madhavan. We hadn't informed him that his friend is going to be here. So thank you, Penny. So yes, the 90th birthday is a very special birthday. And we all like to celebrate with friends. So here we are, the entire San Diego Indian community as a family of Dr. Madhavan to celebrate this special day and for his special birthday. Happy 90th birthday, Dr. Madhavan. So now I would like to invite Ram Seshan, who is going to be the master of ceremonies for the evening. And wait and watch, it's a great evening we have come forward for you. Thank you.
Thank you, Pradipati. How's everybody doing? Yeah, I know. The energy level is little low. We'll do something about it, okay? We need to break it back up. Okay. So every Hindu function starts with a prayer to the deities, to the gods, to bless us especially. And today is no exception. We're going to invoke the presence of Lord Ganesha, the remover of all obstacles to come and bless Professor Madhavan, Auntie Ji and the family. Shall we do it in style?
Yes.
Okay, please join me if you can, right? Long-term resident of San Diego, a friend of Professor Madhavan since we moved here in 1992, that is 30 plus years. He's my mentor, role model, inspiration, everything, and it's such a pleasure to welcome you all for this evening. It's amazing when you think about there is someone who is like Madhavan. He is such an inspiration. He's turning 90. We have a wonderful program planned for you here today. We have some more speeches, we have some songs. We're going to have somebody's going to say the poem, right? And then we're going to have a Q&A session. This is a great opportunity for you to ask Professor Madhavan, a professor, questions. So, in your table, you will have sheet of paper, that's a kind of a purple color sheet of paper and a pencil. Write down the questions you want to ask, and then you hold it up. Someone will come and pick it up from you and then hand it over to Manish and Ramesh now who's going to be chairing the Q&A session, right? Shall we get going on that one? Super, all right. How many of you are here because we are celebrating Professor Madhavan's 90th? Show of hands. Okay, great, wonderful, thank you so much. I have news for you. You see, I have not seen his birth certificate. 90 years ago, in a village in India, I don't know if birth is even recorded. He says he's 90 years old. Look at him. My father was not like this when he was 80. Either he's been cheating us all along, or he has a secret fountain of youth in his backyard. Maybe there's a third option. Maybe something Auntie G is feeding him, right? Probably. Ladies, I want you to go and camp out in their house, learn some of those Chettinad cuisines. Okay? Absolutely awesome. I had it. Now we know it has some amazing properties. You don't want to miss it. It has some useful properties. So, write down the questions. The marquee question. The secret of your youth. What is the secret of your youth? That question is already taken by my wife. Okay, you can get that question. So sorry, that is taken. So I'm going to hand this over. So all other questions are fair game, right? So don't worry, write it up. Ask them all the questions out here. Okay, fun aside. This celebration of 90th is just an excuse to get them out here so that we can honor him for the 5 decades of service he has done to this community. Right? Please give him a big hand for that. And look around you, turn around and look at the folks around you. You have people from all over in India, north, south, east, west, speaking many languages. All I know, as far as I know, he knows only 2 languages. His mother tongue, Tamil, and English. Do you know any other language maybe? No. Look at that. Knowing only those 2 languages, he is able to bring us all together. This to me is a Gandhian quality to unite the country. That is, so I have several such Gandhian qualities out here. So right, so I'm going to tell you one more. I'll say more of those Gandhian qualities for you. Okay. There is another thing which is called ahimsa. That is a very important Gandhian quality. So ahimsa in this context is trying to involve so many people, so many organizations with little or no politics. To me, that is an achievement. It's not easy. I've been involved. So that deserves a huge applause for you. Please, see, we have many organizations represented here. I'm going to read out organization name. If you belong to that organization in any capacity, as a board member or whatever capacity, please make some noise so he can hear you, right? Federation of India Association, please make some noise. The House of India. San Diego Indian American Society. ST Nari. The Indian Fine Arts Academy of San Diego. Ekal Vidyalaya. HSS. Seva International. The San Diego Samskriti Kendra. There you go, yes. And then a couple of institutions. San Diego State University, folks. UCSD. There are folks from UCSD out there. The San Diego Tamil Sangam. Yeah. The presence in here. Do we have the Kannada Kuta? Folks from Kannada Kuta. I know. Come on, let's laugh. Do we have anybody from Telugu Association? Yes, Telugu Association there. Gujarati Association. Anybody from Gujarati Association? Yes, of course. Rajasthani. Anybody from Rajasthani? Anybody from Kerala? There, Rajasthani. We have, okay, very good. Kerala. We have Kerala. We have Maharashtra represented here. There you have people from Maharashtra. We have Punjab. Yeah, there you go. Very good. Awesome. You see that Dubai. Did I miss any of the organization? Please. Bengali Association out there. Yeah. What else?
One more. Banquet and company.
San Diego World Affairs Council. Yes. See, we can go on and on with any of these organizations, but that shows you how much you all love him today. I don't know how many of you have seen his emails where he ends his email with love and affection. How many of you have seen that? Yes. Every one of his emails always ends with love and affection. That is the kind of person he is. Love, with lots of love and affection. I started using that too. So with your permission for some of my emails, but I keep forgetting it. I just say regards, that is my original thing, but with love and affection, that's absolutely wonderful. I want to talk about a lot of his achievements, his accomplishments. You see, if you look around, he has accomplished so much. He could have gone to any university in any city, but he chose San Diego State University, so he can stay in San Diego. That's our big fortune, isn't it? So many accomplishments. I'm going to read out. I was thinking of reading out his bio, but we're going to, So instead of that, I put together a video to kind of summarize everything that she has done. At the end of that video, I put some clippings from the Kanagabhishekam that happened last month. Let me tell you something about the Kanagabhishekam. Kanagabhishekam literally means showering someone in gold. It's simple as that. It is the highest honor you can give to an individual in Hindu religion. There's nothing. It's as good as being a sainthood for a common man, whatever that means. It's that important, that's great. And it's extremely rare. It doesn't happen to everybody. It's extremely rare event. Why is it rare? Because it's usually celebrated when somebody turns 90 and they are in very good health, and their spouse is also in very good health. And most importantly, they have to see 4 generations. 4 generations. Just think about it. There is someone out there who's calling him great-great-grandpa, right? That doesn't happen all the time, right? So that they celebrated that. I have a video clippings of that. It is said that even watching it is blessing, right? And whenever you hear about that event going on, you should wait for invitation. Just go and get their blessings. That's exactly what I did. But actually I got invitation, but I didn't tell him that I'm going to be coming, right? It was a big surprise for him, and boy, you should have seen his face when I showed up in the morning. It was amazing, and I told them, I'm here representing all the San Diego organization. Oh, this look was priceless. Fortunately, the event photographer was standing by and he took a picture. I put it up in the front of that, so you will get to see that, right? Don't miss it. The most important part of this video comes after they exchange garlands. After they exchange garlands is when their grandchildren will place a commemorative gold coin, a pure gold coin made specially for this event in their head, while the priests are chanting sacred mantras. So don't miss that. So without any further ado, let's roll that This event couldn't have been possible but for his two children and their spouses made this happen. I would like to ask Nachi and Raj to stand up please and get recognized. Yes. Yeah. Come on over. Come to the front. At this time it's a good time for us to see. Over the last many years, you would have noticed that Professor Madhavan always gives golden shawl to people. This is right now the opportunity for us to give him a golden shawl. What do you think? Can you do that? Yes, we should do that. Madhavan with somebody can escort Auntie Ji also. Can get Auntie Ji come over here. Can we get some lights?
Thanks a lot. As you said, I used to have all these garlands now. Now I got another good one for me.
Okay, so we're going to have a couple of people talk about Madhavan and some of the messages people have been with him for many years. I would like to call on Masood Haste ji, could you come over? And Masood Haste ji has been known Madhavan for over 54 years. So please give a big round of applause.
And to my dear friend, my guru, Dr. Madhavan, hearty congratulations on your 90th birthday celebration. Quite an accomplishment. Only 10 more years to go to join the elite club of centurions. So our association goes back long time. I think we met first time in 1969. It has been a long way. So in 1972, 4 Indian people here, Yogesh Sinha, Uday Raj, Sudarshan Sidhu and myself founded the India Association, and Dr. Madhavan helped a lot for the success of the India Association. If this help came in the term of, he helped to develop and write the constitutional bylaws for the India Association. Another thing was like in old days, there was no catering for Indian function, so the ladies used to cook for all the Indian functions, and we didn't have the big utensils, so Dr. Madhavan helped us to get some utensils and the place church to cook the ladies, the food for all the Indian functions. Also, one of the big attractions in old days was the movies. We used to show the movies twice a month, and we needed the place to show the movies, and Dr. Madhavan made us San Diego State University auditorium available to show all the movies. Also, Aman Chopra, he trained us how to do the Bhangra. We performed the Bhangra for one of the festivals, and after that, he talked to the channel 8 people to videotape Bhangra again, and then show that videotape on the TV on International Hour. So I've been in the community service myself about 50 years, and I work with a lot of people who have been in the community service, and they did it without any motives or kind of things. And I enjoyed working with all those people, but among all those people, Dr. Madhavan stands at the top of my list. Also, Dr. Madhavan, I enjoyed playing bridge with him for many years. Again, wish you a very happy, healthy 90th birthday celebration and many, many years to come. Thank you.
Thank you, Madhaji. Next we have Salim Shah. He has a message to deliver. Can you, Salim Ji, you can come out there. Here you are. It's kind of confusing for the
Dr. Madhavan, Madhavji, I'm going to up you here. We both came to America in 1960. We both landed in Wisconsin, and he remembers coming to Milwaukee and saying hello to me. So that's the memory he has. I'd forgotten about it. Then I end up in San Diego, and guess who corrals me into San Diego Indian American Society? 1984. When he just started it, he did that. And the first president of House of India, Dr. Madhavan. You mentioned a lot of associations. I'd like to tell you people, please come to the cottage and be proud of it and participate in it, to open it every week. The Consul General told me that that's the only public space where India is represented in the whole of the United States. And finally, from another 91-year-old, Dr. Malik Wadia, who has supported San Diego Indian Society as well as House of India, a big benefactor. He's ambulatory, he's at home, and he couldn't make it, and he wishes you the best to make it. Thank you.
Thank you, Saranji. Now we have a poem. Somebody has written a poem about Madhavan, Dr. Madhavan. So, Meera Kumar, could you please come to the stage? There you are. Yes. Please give a big round of applause.
Thank you so much. A very happy birthday, Dr. Madhavan. We are all so proud and honored to be here today to celebrate your very special day. And here's a little tribute, a short one. Dr. Madhavan, you are a beacon of light. You are a beacon of light, always shining so bright. When India was hard to find on the map, and nothing was known about India to the ordinary American chap, except elephants and monkeys and snake charmers, and India comprised of nothing but poor farmers. A country whose claim to modernization was in the form of trains, and Indiana Jones taught the West that we eat monkey brains. From that point onwards, you worked to educate our fellow Americans and remove their misconceptions. And today we hold our heads up with pride, because the biggest challenges you took in your stride. The Mahatma Gandhi Scholarship is a great way to show We are not here to take, but also to give, you know. You worked tirelessly to put the spotlight on India. Your leadership culminated in the House of India. And India and the Indian community became a force to be reckoned with in the US, of course. We are Indian Americans. We are Indian Americans, the very best of the best. We have reached the stars and Mars and will not rest. Today we gather here to wish you a happy birthday. Today we gather here to wish you a happy birthday, to offer our gratitude and to say, you have always been a beacon of light, leading the way, shining so bright. The light in our lives is reflected from you. Always remember, Dr. Madhavan, the grateful Indian community loves you.
Yeah, that is absolutely wonderful. Thank you so much. Here is someone who's going to talk to you about how much he means to her. She calls him Guru. Dr. Li Cheng is a professor of the School of Speech, Language and Hearing Sciences and Director of Chinese Studies Institute at San Diego State University. She holds visiting a professorship at multiple universities in China and Taiwan. She is the past chair of the ASHA, American Speech, Language and Hearing Association, Multicultural Issue Board, and the past president of the International Association for the Logopedics and Phoniatrics. She's a frequent keynote speaker, the topic of neurodiversity, cultural diversity, East meets West, language learning, and language disorders. Her honors and awards include ASHA Honors, ASHA Fellow, ASHA Multicultural Contributor, Diversity Award from the California Speech and Hearing Association. In 2002, a research paper was selected for the Best Research Article Award from the Council of Exceptional Children. She received the Humanitarian Asian Heritage Foundation Award in 2010, the Monty Award from SDSU in 2012, Diversity Award from CAPCSD in 2013. She published numerous articles and books on topics of cultural diversity, cross-cultural communication, language learning and language teaching. She served as a consultant for Sesame Street, Tiffany and the company. Please help me welcome the 2009 Hall of Fame, Women Hall of Famer, Dr. Li Cheng. Many of these things are surprise to Dr. Madhavan.
Thank you so much. You are my guru, and I meant it. I met you 40 years ago on the campus of San Diego State University. You have been my mentor, my inspiration. I'm so proud to be here with you, celebrating your 90th birthday. Now, it is possible that Dr. Madhu could be taken out of India. It is not possible for India to be taken out of Dr. Madhu. It is very, very important. He has built, over the last 50 years, a San Diego that understands and respects diversity, equity, and inclusion. It is not a fashionable way to talk about him. He walks the walk, talks the talk. Do you understand what I mean? I am so very happy to be here because we've shared so many moments together, including the establishment of the Asian Pacific program on our campus. It's very important that we remember who have helped us to build our current situation. It is also important to remember that people who have mentored us must be not only honored, celebrated, and remembered. So I want to thank the entire community here today for doing this very important celebration of a beautiful person, a mentor to many of us, a guru to many of us, and San Diego is better because of Dr. Madhu and his family. California is better because of Dr. Madhu. United States is better because we have been advocating for diversity, inclusion, equity. The man who talked the talk, walked the walk. My mentor and my guru. Happy birthday to you. Thank you so much.
Absolutely wonderful. Give another big round of applause to yourself. Please, I know you have not turned in your questions. Great opportunity to make a question. If you need more sheets or anything, please write down your questions and hand them over. Please. So on a different note, we're going to switch subjects. I know 90th birthday is not complete until we actually see what happened in 1932. So we're going to, I put together a small PowerPoint presentation out here. What happened in 1932 when Dr. Madhavan was born. Okay, the US President was Herbert Hoover at that time. And these are some famous people over here. Liz Taylor, Johnny Cash, John Williams, the absolutely wonderful composer, and Little Richard. These are the individuals who were also born in 1932 along with Dr. Madhavan. Okay, since he's an economic professor, he can relate to some of these things, right? New home was $4,500. You go to car was $9.50. A gallon of gas is 18 cents. My goodness, look at what's happening in first class stand. 23 cents. Dozen eggs. My goodness, I wish I could go back and buy a dozen eggs and come back and sell it. An average income, of course, it's only $16.50. And let's go to the next one. Yeah. See what's happened in the news. Amelia Earhart, first woman crossed the Atlantic in 1932. Dow Jones hit the lowest ever. Can you believe it's 41 points, Dow Jones? It was one of the worst years in the recession. And then look at the Happy Harvey, the first woman elected to the US Senate. William Pandemic women. Staple, now you know when staple removal was invented. The Radio City Music Hall was opened in New York City on that year. And India, most important for me, played their first Test cricket match on 1932. And what's happening in India with the Mahatma Gandhi went on a hunger strike against the separation of Indian electoral system by caste, which is very important. One of his long couple of weeks satyagraha he did. Let's go to the next slide. There are 2.15 billion people in 1932. He had gone to almost 208 billion. Okay, and here's very interesting. Niagara Falls froze solid, almost solid on the time. Guess what happened? All the warm weather went to Andramanikam to warm the baby Madhavan out there. Right? So I think that's all we have out there. Okay. Next we'll have a performance. This performer is not supposed to be here today. She was supposed to be at this time on a plane flying out to New York City to attend school tomorrow. In a rare agreement, both her parents agreed she should skip the class to come here. So she's here and she started learning violin at the age of 3, and since then she never put it down. And she played for the San Diego Youth Symphony at their highest chamber orchestra as principal second violin. And she also played in Carnegie Hall assistant principal second violin several years back. She's currently pursuing her degree in music, majoring in violin performance, minor in composition. And today she's going to play a piece, a composition by an Indian composer called Varsha. So with no further ado, please welcome Sathi Ramseshan. Give it up guys, give it up guys. I have some prizes to give out. Are there anybody who's older than Dr. Madhavan here? I know at least 1%. Do we have anybody else over 90? Over 90, going once, going twice. You are the winner. That was easy. Okay, this one. Who knows Dr. Madhavan the longest? Who's not any? I think he was from 1960s, very early 60s, right? So please pass it on to him. He is the winner. Are there any students of Dr. Madhavan? Students who have taken his class in SDSU, probably, or anywhere else? You know something? Anybody who calls someone a guru is a student, right? Yeah. He has been helping the community a long time. Anybody here who helped Madhavan personally? Anybody? That's okay. Yeah, you got it. That's very important. Yes, that's very important. Please. I really wanted to ask around here, do any one of you take care of an elderly person, 90 and 90 plus?
I did.
Yes, 1, 2. Yes, can you tell me?
My dad was 97.
And
he lived with us.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And then we have a couple of people here. Okay, I'm going to come over. That's okay.
Dr. Madhavan, in fact, told me about it, right?
Yeah.
Both my parents.
Oh, yes. Yes.
I know.
I know.
Thank you.
This is the names written all over. How many of you here who are part of multiple organizations, at least 3 or more organizations, you got to be a member? All over. This goes to one single attendee who's here today, who's never met Madhavan, will never seen him. He just happened to just say that he came single attendee and just, okay, there's something looks like I need to go. Oh, there is one person. Amazing. Okay, wonderful. Are there any parents of Mahatma Gandhi scholars here? Parents of Mahatma Gandhi scholars, can you please stand up? Can you please stand up? Parents of Mahatma Gandhi scholars. Okay, keep standing. Oh, keep standing. Sam. They are the ones going to pay for this bill today. Set them up.
Madhavan, take us back to 1994. What did San Diego look like back then? There was no Qualcomm, there was no Illumina, there was no Intuit, there was no Cal State San Marcos. I think there was one grocery store, if I remember correctly, and maybe a few restaurants. What did you see in San Diego? What did you see happening in India and the opportunity for the Indians in San Diego to make a contribution to the community that we call home?
I think you might have heard about a story about San Diego. And there's a person from San Diego, when he passed away, he went to the he went to the heaven, and they asked the priest asked him, what do you want to do? He said, please let me go back to San Diego. This is a story I've heard many times, and I'm sure Leon heard many times about San Diego, what a great place it is, and so And that is what attracted people like us to come to San Diego. And now, when I came in 1968, the total number of Indians, people of Indian origin in San Diego, was close to about 30 people. And in 1968. In 1984, we were already close to about, say, something like about 1,000 of people. And only after that, many people started coming in here. So in 84, San Diego was not that well known around the world, but it was well known within the United States. As you probably know, that's the 7th largest city in the United States in 1984. And then we started getting some attractions about, of course, people know about the weather, people know about the other attractions in San Diego, but they never heard too much about the education part of it. San Diego was well known for the Navy. The Navy mayor was more important than the mayor of San Diego, because the amount of money spent by Navy to as a salary for a lot of people in San Diego was a lot more than the budget of the city of San Diego. So the Navy mayor was more important in terms of the relationship, in terms of the importance attached to the individuals. Now, after that, at that time, we were not too many people. People of Indian origin never heard about San Diego. And one of the people who heard about San Diego was Ramesh. Ramesh was appointed to the UCSD in 1984, the year we established the Mahatma Gandhi Scholarship Awards. And he attended the first program addressed by, first lecture was given by our Professor Jonas Salk. And so, well, how do you get Jonas Salk to come and give a lecture to an organization which was not what had been established? Well, that is an interesting story. So, Jonas Salk is a personal friend of mine. I know he was given the Nehru Award for International Understanding in 1979. And at that time, I got to know him better, and also his wife. So I simply asked him, Jonas, look, we are going to start this Mahatma Gandhi Scholarship. Would you like to give an inaugural lecture? He said, by us, yes. I said, how much you are going to give? He said, we are going to give about $3,000, this scholarship. That's all we had, not more than that. But he said, this is something that one should do. An immigrant community like ours will want to do something for the local people. We want to contribute to the betterment of the society, particularly for those in the society who are not endowed with certain facilities and so on. So that is how we started that. And then there are quite a few people at the time. But among the first time was trying to get how much money to get and so on. Alright, first time our idea was to get about $25,000. If you get $25,000 in 1985, it is something we can start. Today we are much richer, thanks to a lot of people here, sitting around here, and we have quite a lot. But at that time in 1984, we all had the interest to contribute to the society, but we don't know how. We didn't know how. What is it? We are not involved in political process. I am one of the very few people involved in political process because of Leon. Because I got to know him a little bit, so I used to advise him and so on. There are also other people, but we are not involved in that. So we didn't know what to do. So we started this idea of doing something for the local people through an organization called San Diego Indian American Society. That is how we started. And I think it is today very well organized, thanks to a lot of people, some of you sitting around here, who have been giving quite a lot of money. So we are now giving about $100,000 in scholarship every year to the students who are in need in San Diego. That's the most important thing. And that is how we got involved in doing something for San Diego, and then rest is history, as you probably know. And many people have been giving the lectures and so on. The people who give the lectures in San Diego Society are the who is who. The people like most important people in San Diego at that time in the educated field were people who were associated with UCSB. And they were the ones who gave the lectures to begin with. So they were all interested in doing it. That's how they helped us to understand we have a role to play if only we make up our mind to do something. And that is now right now, Ramesh is now the president, and Dr. Mandish is the treasurer, and so on. And there are so many of you here. I don't want to mention that. May I request all of you, so to San Diego University to set up, and then we make a connection. See, these are the people, Sabot? Yeah. So there are so many of you people here who contribute to the society's welfare, and we are trying to do something in that area. That is how we started, and I think society today is much, much better off because of that. And so we can contribute. I think that you are now doing that.
Thank you, Madhavan. We have a few more questions for you. We are not done. I think one reason I'm here on stage with Madhu is because after all these years, I haven't figured out how to say no when Madhu asks for something. And I'm not being jocular here. I think Madhu has a certain kind of chutzpah, to reach out to Amartya Sen, the Nobel laureate, to come give a talk, but also to talk to the most recent Indian restaurateur, who's good for discounted samosas, probably not an exception. So he operates across the entire full stack. And I think we've learned as a society how to be extraordinarily frugal and yet have what it takes to ask. So my next question, Madhu, has to do with a theme that you already touched on, Ram touched on, others have touched on, which is one of the other events we do, the Unity in Diversity. Those of us that grew up in India, we are aware of diverse cultures that exist and the ways in which we come together, even as we distinguish ourselves through religion, through language, through food. And over the last 40 years, we've seen so many new Indian organizations sprout up. So the fact that India is a very diverse country is quite evident. But what about the unity aspect of it? I think today was a great example. We have so many of the groups represented here. But Madhu, I wanted you to reflect on what you would like to see happen in San Diego that emphasizes the unity that also India stands for.
One of the interesting things we did is, in these programs, both in Unity and Diversity and Diwali program, we use the Indian languages for dance and other programs. If you want to hear all the Indian languages in India used in a particular program anywhere in the United States, this is the only organization where you hear all the languages. And that is because of the community who are in. The community here is very rich, very well, they are interested to contribute to the culture of it, and they are all involved in it. There are individuals here who have spent their lifetime for this purpose. And so, then some people have also drama throughout Hindi drama in San Diego has been going on for about 26 years, thanks to one fellow. Hindi drama, can you believe that? I don't understand Hindi, but I do buy the ticket. And then Unity in Diversity. There are so many people who are all involved in the programs as the directors of various schools of dances. And they all contribute. And we need to have people who can make sure that they are properly coordinated and done. And this has been done by another fellow who has been doing something here for a long time. I do not want to mention his name. And it is too much of a self-serving. I don't want to do that. And so we have this opportunity to share our culture with a large number of people, and that is taking place. We're doing it. And because of this one, I also got involved in the World Affairs Council in 1970. And because of, at that time, the Under-Secretary General was Mrs. Narasimhan, I know him. So he came here to give a lecture and he called me. At that time I didn't know it. San Diego World Affairs Council exists. It was in existence only for a year and a half or so. So after that I got involved. So because of that, we got involved in so many things. Right now we are two people in World Affairs Council of Indian origin who are doing a tremendously important job. One is Sabur and the other is Solo Manish. So these two people. So I had the privilege of working for that for nearly 52 years. This is one thing that I can think of. And because of that organization, I am able to learn and make friends with so many other groups in San Diego. And we are able to get, if you look at that in the San Diego history, in the earlier part of thing, we used to get the ambassadors from various countries to come and give lectures. And it is because of people like all the different groups of people in San Diego and the World Affairs Council. So these are all things that we learn. And now the up to things to give back to them. So now what is it we can do, and what the people like him now trying to help us to do something like that. So we have to continue. So that is what is important about it.
Thank you. You recognized Hamid Bhai has a question. Hamid and Rushman together. What's the one thing that you always wanted to do but have not done yet? Just one thing.
I wouldn't say I have not done yet. One thing I really wanted to do was to give as much of me as possible to others' help, others' welfare. And at the same time, trying to do as much as possible to help the students go to school or something like that. I have done something in that direction, but not as much as I would like to. So one of the important things, my goal is every person of Indian origin sitting here or sitting in San Diego should educate at least one person in a non-Indian community, particularly community from which are not as well off. So this is, if that happens, if every Indian can educate one person from I would use the word low income, lack of education opportunities, people, we are doing good. That is one prior system we can pay. We owe this to this country. This country has educated us, the country has done so much, so this is the least we can do. Many of you can educate so many other people. I know some other people, I have to say that. Now, there are few people here who have been supporting us for about $10,000 a month, a year, not a month. Okay, they can give for $10,000 a month also, but they are not giving it. And they are doing it. So it is very important for us. So it is important that we do the very best we can to help at least one student during our, not lifetime, but in the early part of to educate one student. That is, I think, my goal. If it happens, that thanks to people like him, will be taking over from me.
Thank you, Madhavan. I want to make sure you get that out. Before we get to the question that we have like 3 different versions of, any additional thoughts on a long-term vision for San Diego Indian Cultural Associations? This is a question from Ravi.
One of the things I think we should do is this. We have got a lot of talents. These talents can be shared. Unfortunately, we have to find a mechanism to do that. One of the mechanisms is likely to be the school system. If we can create an interest in the school system to offer Indian music or Indian culture and so on to the students is worthwhile to do. This is something that we can do. We can share our culture. There is a lot of rich culture that we have, which you will be able to share, and also we learn from it. More importantly, we learn from that. If we are going to help somebody, then we know what do they need, and then we trying to understand their situation, and if we want to really help them, we trying to put ourselves in their position and trying to help them. It's not easy. It is not easy. We tried once, which have not succeeded. One of the things we want to do, our organization, was to teach mathematics for the students in the 9th grade. That is a very important period. The 9th grade is a time when people need to improve their mathematical skill. So I took Leon with me to go to one school here, and trying to offer them the opportunity. I told them that we will teach these classes every Saturday, Sunday. It doesn't cost anybody any money. So we will try to find money also for the purpose. Unfortunately, we couldn't do it. We couldn't do it simply because the person who was in charge at that time was not willing to take the risk. She said, so we are doing so many other things, we cannot do anything more. So that is the one that I mind you, this fellow, Leon, is the senior most elected person in the county of San Diego. For 24 years, not one or two. And he and I went together to talk to the school principal. And we couldn't do that. So now this is still something important. I think many of you don't know that the 9th grade is a very important grade where they have to improve the skill level, particularly in mathematics. If they do that, they will be able to do. Still we are not done. We are going to try. I think we have to see how we can do it. Some of our students have done something there. Some of the students of Indian origin, what they have done is, they have given an education, mathematics coaching or something like that through internet. And they have done it. But it's not large enough to affect the average person. This is what needs to be done. If we can do that, we can't teach them in English. That's much better. There are better people to do. But mathematics is something that we can help. So something that you must try to do.
I don't know. He's a professor. He's doing so many things there. I'm trying to do it.
Thank you, Madhu. So for the final question, which has 3 parts actually, 3 different ways of saying the same thing, asking the same question. What's the secret of your youth? What is your secret to leading a vibrant life? And what do you wish to accomplish for the next 10 years?
That I think one thing is, I have a spouse who doesn't complain too much. And what it is I think it comes from I think I mentioned to you earlier, it comes from my mother. And what needs to be done is, she used to help people in the village, for the various purposes and so on. In those days, small amount, 1 rupee in 1935 is a lot of money. And so they were able to collect money and help other people. I got that DNA from her. So from my very younger days, at 16 years, when I was 16 years old, I was a school headmaster for underprivileged children.
Oh, wow.
When I was 16 years old in Annamala University. That is how I started my interest in trying to offer some assistance to other people. And that gave me a tremendous amount of satisfaction. Something that I cannot buy even with the millions of dollars. So this kept me going on, and then when other people started helping me, there are so many people here. I don't want to mention the names. If I do it, I'll be doing a disservice to them. So there are so many people here who are without asking any money. Alright? So we want to get some money. So So all that I have to, so and so, I call the thing, hi, how are you? What is it you want? Say, we need some money. And then more often than not, they will do it. But I don't go and ask unless it is absolutely essential. So people here are very generous, and the only thing is that we should do the best we can to help the community which are a part of. And if we do not do it here, we are doing a disservice. As in India, as a person born in a small village, and I will be doing something like my grandfather did. So the same thing like that we should be able to do to the people around here, and that is what is important. And for this one, and we have got a large number of people here who are involved in it, and they are going to be doing it. And I think now not only the San Diego Indian Society, of which he is head, we have got a Indian House of India. Now Avashri is head of the organization, and there are so many other organizations, every one of them. I know all of these people. And very important is we must do. That's all. We don't say yes or no, but we are going to do it. And one of the easiest ways to do it would be education or medicine, something like that. And that's all we will be doing it. And I'm sure we have, look at that. Here, if I can tell you, the number of people in San Diego who has the highest level of academic achievement and also professional things. Enormous. Enormous. Out of nearly 25,000, they say 30,000 now, people of Indian origin. Out of that, at least about 15 to 20,000 people are in this category, special category of wanting to do something and they have the capable of doing something. It's up to us to decide how to do it. Sometimes we don't know how to do it. So that is where the organization comes in, and I'm sure it will be very good. And it's very, very important that we are doing it. And there are a lot of people who will be doing it. Yes?
Thank you, Madhavan. So let's thank Madhavan once again for giving his inspiration. I also wanted to take a moment to thank Pratibha and Ram for even though there's a lot of organizing that went in, there was an element of spontaneity, and I think that too speaks for Madhavan's influence and impact on the community.
This idea of having this dinner started sometime about 4 or 5 months ago. And I called Sam and I said, Sam, we have some ideas. No, you just tell it, then we'll take care of it, we'll do something like that. I said, I don't want to take care of all of that, but you do something. So you want to do it, not for me, but mostly for making the Indian American community realize that we have to do something for others. There's a purpose. This is the purpose of this idea that we talked about with Sam, and he is doing it. And now it so happened, there's 3 people who know me fairly well, who I took the lead of doing it. I didn't know what was happening. In fact, he told me, you must take some data. I didn't realize that. I asked my children, they said they didn't know. So then it was supposed to be secret. It came out of it because of the article in San Diego Union. Otherwise, it might not have come there. And it is that article that really said there's going to be a program here. Otherwise, you wouldn't know that. So thanks, Nish. Thanks.
Okay, give him a big round of applause.
See, I came here to San Diego to teach at San Diego State University. And there are people here from my department who have been working with me for many, many years. One of them joined the institution the same year I joined, 1968, R. Cartman. And 1969, we had Dean Pop. And then 1980s, then we had Ray Bodie. And people like that. They have been here for this. And we have been working together for the betterment of the education of the students. Right now, San Diego State Economics Department is one of the best departments for microeconomic studies. So I want to thank these people who have been with me for so many years, 40 years. Then thank you for coming here and gracing the occasion. Thank you. And also here, I want to mention some of the people who have been with me for so long a period of time. One of them also you already know, that is Salim. He has been for a long time. Then here, we have got so many other people who have been with me. That is Sabod and Aruna, and one of the persons who is still there, but he is not here, he is in a different location, and his wife is here, and she is here, so that is very good. So, yeah, and then we have got Hema and Ray, and many, and also, I already mentioned that already, you are, sometimes I can't speak. And they said, and then Amin and Ram and other people who have been with me for a long, and another person who has been with me for a long period of time is Mena Prabhakar. So there are so many of you there who have been helping me. I am very grateful to all of you for giving me the opportunity to be of some useful to the organization. Thank you very much.
That gives me goosebumps. We heard a poem by Meera Kumar, and we have one more poem which is written in the Tamil language by Karthi Sampath. So please help me welcome. I've heard her poem. I know many of you may not be able to understand, but I can tell you, watch for you. She's an amazing poet. So even if you can't understand it, it's so good. She writes it so well. So personal. Translate that. Oh my goodness. Maybe.
Hello everyone. In this poem I included Aya's parents and his birthplace. And here it goes. Urudi, Ushagam, Udaipu, Ukam என்று 90லும் தளராத சிம்மநடை போட்டு ஒரு எடுத்துக்காட்டாக வலம் வரும் நம் மாதவன் ஐயா அவர்கள் பிறந்த நாளை மாதவன் நாள் என்று சாண்டியாகோ நகரம் பிரகடனம் செய்த அன்று அடைக்கண்மை ஆட்சியும் முருகப்பன் ஐயா அவர்களும் இன்னும் ஒரு முறை பூரித்து மகிழ்ந்து ஆனந்த மாரியாக பொழிகிறார்களோ. இந்திய அமெரிக்க சமூக அமைப்பை சுமார் 40 ஆண்டுகளுக்கு முன்னரே உருவாக்கிய பெருமைக்குரிய பொருளாதார பேராசிரியரான ஐயா இவ்வமைப்பு வழியே ஆதாரத்தை பற்றிட வரும் அனைவருடனும் கூடி 1000 விளக்கேற்றி நம் கலாச்சாரத்தை கொண்டாடியும் 1000 மாணவ மாணவிகளின் வாழ்விலே நம்பிக்கை ஒளியேற்றியும் 1000 வர்ணங்களை சிதறும் வேற்றுமையில் ஒற்றுமை என்ற அனைத்துலக நடனக்கலை விழாவளி கலைமகளுக்கு விளக்கேற்றியும் வரும் 1000 பேரை கொண்ட ஐயாவின் இன்னும் பல சாதனைகளுக்கு சாண்டியாகோவில் நிகரேது. இந்நகரத்து கலங்கரை விளக்கமே என்று கூறினால் மிகையேது. கண்டர மாணிக்கத்து மைந்தராக காலடி வைத்து நன்றே பலதும் நலமே விரும்பி செய்து சான்றோன் என புகழ் கொண்ட ஐயாவிற்கு ஆத்மார்த்த நன்றிகளை உரித்தாக்கி கண்டறியா அற்புத மாணிக்கத்தை சுற்றியமைத்த வைரமாக நாச்சியா ஆட்சியவர்களுடன் கண்கல்லா காட்சியின ஒளிர வீற்றிருக்கும் இத்தம்பதியர் அவர்களின் ஆசிகளை அனைவரும் பெற பணிந்து வணங்கி வாழ்த்துக்களை சமர்ப்பிக்கிறோம். அன்புடன் சந்தம் காப்போம்.
If I try to translate all of them, I need a lot of time. So it summarizes in a simple words that she is just praising him for who he is and why he is sort of the lighthouse for all of us. So that is sort of in a nutshell, and wishing him many more happy years. That's wonderful, wonderful. So now we have a song. We are going to have a song today. So finally we have amazing musicians here. Suresh Sistla is an engineer at Qualcomm, but he's a wonderful musician. I've heard him before. I happened to practice along with him at his house. That's when I realized that he has this box. It's a magic box. Don't underestimate it's a keyboard. It's not a keyboard. He's bringing the whole orchestra for you. You will hear what he's going to do. And his wife Shushma, she is a musician. She teaches keyboard and vocal singing to children in San Diego in her house. So that is, and they are going to be singing a song. We thought, okay, what song should we sing? Well, it is Madhavan's birthday. Dr. Madhavan's birthday is Tamil. Okay, we'll do a Tamil song. No. There are many people who cannot understand Tamil. So what do we do? Well, then we came up with a compromise, and you will know what this compromise is all about. I will give it up to them. Please give a big round of applause to the sister.
Many happy returns of the day, Madhavan-ji, and thank you for being such an inspiration for all of us. And yeah.
Oh
from Telugu, he's Telugu, she's Kannada, and they are singing a Tamil and Hindi song. How about that for national integration or diversity? Give them a big round of applause. Okay, you want to hear more songs from them? Yeah. No, maybe. No, come on, you got to be excited. Come on, we want more songs. Okay, we have a deal. If you want more songs, you have to do a couple of things. One of the things you're going to do is take out your cell phone, turn on the lights out there, and then join along. Okay? And if for those of you are shy, you can dance wherever you are. And then if you want to, you can always come here and dance. So the dance floor is open for this song. So we are going to present to you with whether it is 19 or 90, age is a state of mind. We're going to present to you Javane Janeman from Namakkala. Those of you who have not taken time to go and check out the awards that are there, and of course the beautiful cake and the message that is. So let's see.
So we appreciate everyone to sing along. Happy birthday to Dr. Madhavan ji.